Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Spectre6 and today I've got something rather interesting for you. This is my first video since the rebranding of my channel. I have since decided that I am going to focus mostly on Call of Duty for my channel. I spent a long time trying to figure out my identity here on YouTube, and me being a die-hard Call of Duty fan all the way back to the original game, I have since decided to have my channel focus mostly on Call of Duty. And today I want to talk about two specific subjects. First one being what was it, about a week ago I believe, that Call of Duty had gone on record saying that they promised to fix Call of Duty Vanguard, Warzone, and Modern Warfare, and I kind of just wanted to give my 2 cents, my thought process, and just kind of like what I'm expecting to have happen and what I'm hoping will have happen. And then also the other thing I wanted to talk about was this was just announced today, as far as I can tell as of recording this video. It is the 18th of January. Microsoft has bought Activision Blizzard as a whole, which means that Xbox now owns Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, StarCraft, Candy Crush, all these great games that had come out of Activision Blizzard. And from what I've gathered, no one knew this was happening. Like, none of the subsidiaries, so like Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, Raven, all them, they had no idea that this was going down. And you would think that they would, I mean, because they work for Activision. I don't quite understand why Activision wouldn't just be like, hey, you know, we're talking about this deal with Microsoft, just want to let you guys know. I don't know why they didn't do that, but they didn't. So yeah, they had no idea this was happening. So we're going to start with Call of Duty promising to fix Call of Duty Vanguard, Warzone, Modern Warfare. So it's not news to anybody how broken Call of Duty has become ever since Vanguard came out. Some would probably even say that it started with Cold War's release. I'm actually one of those people that, in my opinion, I kind of feel like Warzone started becoming much more buggy, much more problematic after Cold War came out, but we're not going to be talking about that. We're just going to be focusing on their pledge to fix the game. Now, to start off, I am going to ask a very simple question, and I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and comments on it, because I love to know what you guys think. So that question is, do you think they will actually follow through on it? My personal belief?
That is bullshit!
No, I don't think they will. And the reason why is because Call of Duty used to be pretty meticulous about handling its bugs, its issues, its glitches, and stuff like that for the most part. But for whatever reason, Sledgehammer with Vanguard have just given it, they haven't even really given it the time of day. They're just completely disregarding it. They are taking numerous vacations, and they're like 2 or 3 weeks long, it seems like. And even when they come back, they're like, oh yeah, we're going to be dropping all of these updates, these patches. But the mid-season 1 update for Vanguard has further broken the game, and that's just unacceptable. And Activision and Raven Software specifically, when it comes to Warzone, they have not done a thing. Like, even with like the so-called patches and updates that have come out, they have not done a single thing. The game is so broken that I actually have not played Modern Warfare or Warzone in like a little over a month. And I didn't buy Call of Duty this year. I didn't want to spend my money on Vanguard, because I kind of just had this sense going in that it wasn't going to be it wasn't going to be something that I was actually truly going to enjoy. Mostly just because I was just sick of the World War II setting. But the first free multiplayer weekend that they did after the game came out, you know, I tried it. I was like, you know, let's give it a try, see how it is, and I wasn't impressed. So I'm really glad I didn't spend my money on it. It's actually the first time in the history of my life that I have not bought a Call of Duty game. It is literally the first Call of Duty game that I have not bought. But honestly, I don't regret it for a second. And from what I've gathered, Vanguard has been in a pretty rough state. I've been hearing and seeing a bunch of talk about bugs, glitches, challenges not working. You can't even get the completionist camo, atomic, I think it's called, if I remember correctly. Like those challenges aren't actually working, so you can't actually unlock it. So for any of those like completionist type of players, I can only imagine the frustration that they're having right now, because that would totally piss me off. I'm not gonna lie, because with Call of Duty, the only 2 games that I actually went for the completionist camos on were Black Ops 4 for Dark Matter and Modern Warfare for Damascus. And I just want to say this real quick. I actually really liked Damascus camo. I thought it was really cool. I know a lot of people thought it was kind of lackluster, boring, or whatever, but I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty artistic. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. So, and with Vanguard being in the state that it's in, Warzone, and by extension Modern Warfare, are not any better. Like Modern Warfare, I'm gonna be honest with you here, guys. I actually cannot play it. Anytime that I try, I continue to get like this brown screen. Like it's like a black screen, but there's like a brown shine over it or something. I've had this happen while trying to access campaign as well. I can't even really access the what's it called, the cinematics for the campaign, because I just wanted to see how broken the game really was. And yeah, I could access one cinematic, but then after that first one, I couldn't see the cinematics. It would just give me like the loading screen for Modern Warfare for the campaign. That's what it would give me, and it would give it to me for like 3 seconds, and then boom, done, back to the menu. So in my opinion, that's pretty broken. And I've actually been having trouble with multiplayer too. Like I get into a game, and the issues that I would experience on Warzone, namely rendering problems, would also be present in Modern Warfare's multiplayer. And honestly, it's kind of just gotten to the point where, like I said, I haven't played in like over a month, and I really want to keep playing Modern Warfare because I love Modern Warfare 2019. In my opinion, it's the best Call of Duty game to come out since Black Ops 2. But as much as I want to play it, I just can't. It's just unplayable in its current state. And Warzone, the Ricochet, the so-called Ricochet anti-cheat, isn't even working. People are still cheating, which I actually kind of saw coming. I kind of expected it, because when a game isn't built from scratch with anti-cheat, I mean, just the thought of just adding an anti-cheat driver, like actually doing anything, is, in my opinion, ludicrous. I mean, I kind of saw going in it wasn't actually going to stop it, and it didn't. As far as I can tell, there's still cheaters. They're still pretty rampant in Warzone, and yeah, I think this is the longest period I've gone without playing Call of Duty. And with Activision and Call of Duty promising to fix the games just based off of their track record over the past year, I do not believe them for a second. They say they're going to. They're probably going to push out updates and patches here and there, but honestly, I'm just expecting them to make it worse. Like, I'm just expecting more issues, more and more issues, no matter what they try. I don't actually think they're going to take the time to truly see what the issues are, what's causing them, and actually fix them the way that they actually need to be fixed, so that they also don't cause any new problem when they drop it. And with Raven Software, as far as I can tell, they have always been sort of in charge of the multiplayer aspect, going back as far as, I think, Modern Warfare 2, maybe farther than that. I'm not sure. I just know that Modern Warfare 2, they were technically in charge of the multiplayer. And I know that they have a lot of stuff going on. There's layoffs, there's strikes, firings, and stuff like that. But that doesn't, in my opinion, that's no excuse to not do your jobs. I mean, it's really not. I mean, why is it so hard to keep the games in a playable state? I mean, there's always going to be issues. There's always going to be bugs. I understand that. But there is no excuse for the state of 3 Call of Duty games right now. And it's not just on Raven. A lot of it's also on Sledgehammer and Activision by extension, because Activision oversees everything. And I personally think a lot of that kind of stems to the CEO of Activision, Bobby Kotick, and I'm not saying it's like his fault that Call of Duty's in the state that it's in, but I just think that all the stuff surrounding Activision, the misconduct allegations, and just the allegations towards CEO Bobby Kotick, I just think it has a lot to do with it. I truly believe that everything that is happening to Activision Blizzard, Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, Raven, it's all in. And I just honestly, I kind of just feel like they've given up. And that's why I was rather shocked to see the the announcement earlier today that Microsoft was buying Activision. I could not believe it for my eyes. And that's what I kind of want to get into now, because this is actually going to be like the main thing about this video that I was completely blown away. I did not in a million years would I have expected to see something like that, especially because it was just shadow dropped. No one, like I said, no one knew that it was happening. Nobody, other than Activision and Microsoft themselves, obviously. So when this was dropped, I was speechless. I was at loss for words. Like, I got so many friends that are massive Call of Duty fans, and when I told them, they couldn't believe what I was telling them. Like, they actually had to look up on Google to see if it was real, and it is real. And it's like, I don't know if I can call it amazing, or if I should call it I don't even have a word for it. Like, basically what I'm saying is, I don't know if it's good or bad, because as far as I can tell, the deal's not going to be finished until, I think it said June of 2023, so we got about 17 months before it's going to be finalized. But we do know it is confirmed to be happening because both the boards for Activision and Microsoft agreed to the deal. $69 billion, billion with a B. That is a huge deal. If anyone thought the deal for Microsoft buying Bethesda or LinkedIn was big, this is wow. This is the mother of all deals. This is the neutron bomb of deals. I don't know if that fits, but I'm going with it. And I'm all day, I kind of just like spent the day pondering. It's like, what does this really mean for Call of Duty? And not just Call of Duty, but just like all the other games that are under Activision's belt, such as StarCraft, World of Warcraft, and games like that. And especially because we're going to be getting games from Activision Blizzard's catalog in both Xbox Game Pass and PC Game Pass, so that'll be cool. I'm actually hoping to see some like OG games from back when I was a kid come back. I don't see this happening, but I think it would be cool because Activision did publish the older Spider-Man games for the PS2. If we could get those, that'd be awesome. I don't see that happening because I'm pretty sure Sony owns the branding and the trademark to Spider-Man games entirely. But I mean, I'm gonna hope for that. I don't expect it, but it would be cool. But anyway, I'm not the biggest fan of Phil Spencer. He's the head of Xbox and a massive figure inside Microsoft themselves. And from what I've gathered, Bobby Kotick's going to remain CEO of Activision until the deal closes, and then everyone is going to answer to Phil Spencer. So, just based off of Xbox's like track record with Phil Spencer, it's definitely better than a lot of other track records from companies like EA and Activision, for sure. So I honestly feel that good days are on the horizon for Call of Duty. Phil Spencer heading up Activision and, just overseeing the development of games like Call of Duty, I'm really, really hopeful that this will turn Call of Duty around and bring it back into honestly, another golden era, because I think the main issue with Call of Duty right now is just the developer communication and the complete disregard for the games. The past couple of years have just been really, really, really rough, and there's no excuse for it. So I'm hoping that with Phil Spencer being in charge, being the big bad boss, that Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, all of them, they will actually sit, like, I'm hoping Phil Spencer will take the studio heads from every single studio, sit them down at a table, and basically tell them, do your effing jobs. Because they are clearly not doing them right now. And, you know, to me, it's just everything that they've done, especially in the past year or so, is just proof that they really just do not care. Because if they did, and if they truly understood and felt our frustrations, Call of Duty wouldn't be in the state that it's currently in. And I think everyone can agree with me on that one. There's just no excuse for it. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, to me it kind of feels like they just expect us to trust them and put faith in them to do their jobs. Look at what has become of Call of Duty. How can you possibly expect us to trust you to do your jobs when you haven't done a single speck of it in over 2 months? And you expect us to trust you on this shit?
Fuck that!
Y'all need to wake up. Seriously, everyone under Activision's leash right now, Sledgehammer, Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Raven Software, especially Raven Software and Sledgehammer, you guys need to wake up. I really hope this video finds its way to one of you guys that works for one of those companies, because seriously, wake up. But anyway, back to what I was talking about with Microsoft now owning Activision. I'm fairly confident that Phil Spencer will actually be able to get these guys in line. I'm really hoping it happens before then. I'm actually hoping that with this deal happening, Sledgehammer, Treyarch, Infinity Ward, all them will actually just like take a moment to process, to really give some thought as to what this is going to mean for them, and how much it's going to change and affect them in the future, and how much it's going to change and affect Call of Duty in the future as well. Now, I did read that there will be some kind of exclusivity when it comes to games like Call of Duty, which, I mean, in my opinion, that shouldn't even be a thing anymore. I think exclusivity needs to become a thing of the past. I remember growing up, Call of Duty 4, Microsoft had a deal with Activision for DLC before PlayStation. I can't remember how long. I think it was like a month way back when. And I think that changed over to Sony in Black Ops 3, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's right. But anyway, that stuff just needs to just not be a thing anymore. Like, even with Modern Warfare 2019 starting the free content trend, there was still some kind of exclusivity deal because of Activision's deal with Sony, so they got the survival mode for a full year. And I can't remember what they had in Cold War for a full year. I didn't really play Cold War a whole hell of a lot. I kind of got bored with it after a while, so I don't really remember. Oh god, it's bugging me now. But we're just gonna drop it and move on. I just think the exclusivity just needs to stop entirely, and not just with Call of Duty, with everything. But that's a different video altogether. So while there will be some exclusivity, I don't think there's going to be any significant change to Call of Duty. I think it's still going to be the same. It's obviously still going to come out on PlayStation and PC. I mean, I don't see Call of Duty becoming an Xbox title exclusive. I also really don't see anything becoming, at least nothing under Activision's belt. I don't see any of that becoming Xbox exclusives. I just don't see it. Yeah, I just don't see that happening. I know with their deal with Bethesda, there's going to be a lot of Xbox exclusives. There's no way that's happening with Activision, at least not with Call of Duty. The other thing that I kind of started questioning after I read about the deal and everything that it was going to entail is, as I mentioned before, Bobby Kotick will remain CEO until the deal is finished, and then everyone's going to answer to Phil Spencer. I don't really know if that actually means, now that I think about it, if Phil Spencer's actually going to become the CEO of Activision, or if he's just going to be the acting figurehead of Activision until they get someone else, because I think it's fairly obvious that Bobby Kotick's days are numbered with Activision now. I don't see them keeping him around once the deal finishes, especially just because of all the allegations and everything that's been thrown against him. I'm pretty sure he's going to go bye-bye by the time that the deal is done. The one thing I actually was talking about with some friends of mine earlier today. Let me know what you guys think about this. I really want to know what you guys think about this. Maybe with Activision being bought out by Xbox, maybe we'll start getting like Call of Duty themed Xboxes. I don't know if that's like cool or not, but for whatever reason, it kind of makes me smile. Mainly just because back in the day, I had the Modern Warfare 3 Xbox 360, and I thought that was kind of cool. I don't know if this is something that anyone really cares about. Maybe collectors might, but yeah. Honestly, I think I'd kind of like to see a Call of Duty themed Xbox. I play on Xbox myself. I play every platform. I play on PC. I play stuff on PlayStation. I play stuff on Xbox. There's certain games that I will only play on certain systems. But Call of Duty will always be an Xbox thing for me. Like just like some cool collectibles. I really wonder if we're gonna see a return to some of that stuff. I'd honestly like to see it. I don't know if I'd actually ever buy any of it myself, but it just would be cool to see. Though me being a diehard Call of Duty fan, I could see myself buying a Call of Duty themed Xbox, depending on, the circumstances, because I'm simple like that. I'm a simple man, guys. I really am. I'm still just kind of floundering and trying to process and just railing from Microsoft buying Activision. But I can't help but wonder why this was under the radar, because no one knew a damn thing about it until today when it was announced. I'm pretty sure with the Bethesda deal, we knew that they were talking about it. We knew that there was talks about it. This, we had nothing. Just the second that Microsoft's like, oh yeah, by the way, we're buying Activision, it's just like, whoa, hold on there, dude. Where the hell is this coming from? It kind of makes me wonder what the reasoning behind it was. But again, it's kind of just going back to me saying that I think it is for the best, especially when it comes to Call of Duty. I believe that Phil Spencer is I think he's a pretty suitable man to oversee Activision and all their subsidiaries. I just truly believe that things will change for the better. We're obviously not going to see anything until a deal finalizes, which again, it doesn't finalize until June of next year. But yeah, I think it's actually going to be a lot better going forward, which, I really wish it was right now, because I have not played Call of Duty in quite some time. Like I said earlier, at least I haven't been playing Modern Warfare or Warzone, because lately actually all I've been playing is Modern Warfare 2, because people have started playing that again, which made me really happy, because Modern Warfare 2 will always be my favorite Call of Duty game. So yeah, that's really all I've been playing. A lot of YouTubers that I follow, give them some shout outs. Nero Cinema is a good example. I like following his work. He was going on about how he's mostly just been playing Fortnite just because of the state of Call of Duty, which I do not blame him. Everyone just seems to be playing different games right now just because of how bad it's gotten, and there's really not much else you can do except play other games until it gets fixed, assuming it ever does get fixed. I'm sure it will. I think it's going to take longer than we want it to, but like I said, with Microsoft owning Activision, I think we'll be golden. Now, I want to close out this video with my concerns regarding Call of Duty 2022, which is widely being regarded as a sequel to Modern Warfare 2019, Modern Warfare 2 2022, as some people were saying, so we're just going to call it that until we know something different. I am still quite concerned about Call of Duty this year. It is Infinity Ward's turn this year. Infinity Ward, in my personal opinion, Infinity Ward has been pretty good about keeping their games in a good state. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with me on that one, but just based off of my experience and just remembering the days of, like, I don't really count Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 as being any kind of fault on Infinity Ward's part, because they had gone through a lot of legal BS with Activision at that time. They had a lot of layoffs, a lot of firings, a lot of departures from Infinity Ward just because there was a huge falling out. I don't remember what the issue was, so I don't really count the fact that Modern Warfare 2 was always a broken game. But when I say that, it was just because everything was blatantly overpowered. And then Modern Warfare 3 was definitely much more balanced. And Ghosts, I thought, was a pretty well balanced game. A lot of people hated it because of its really fast time to kill, but you know what, to each his own. Yeah, like I just trust Infinity Ward a whole lot more with their games than I do Treyarch and Sledgehammer's. Sledgehammer doesn't have a good track record to begin with when it comes to Call of Duty, and Treyarch, it's like hit or miss. Sometimes they do a really good job, sometimes they do a really terrible job. I think they've been doing a really terrible job the past 5 years, because like Black Ops 3, in my opinion, was the best out of all the futuristic bunny hopping Call of Duty games. But I think the last game that Treyarch actually had a really good track record with the balancing, in my opinion, was Black Ops 1. A lot of people will say Black Ops 2 was is considered one of the best, if not the best, Call of Duty game in the series. I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with anyone who thinks that, just because that game had no weapon balancing of any kind. Everything was overpowered, especially the LSAT target finder and foregrip combo back then. No recoil whatsoever. But we're not talking about that. I don't want to get too far off topic here. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Infinity Ward just has... They have my faith and my trust to be able to make a Call of Duty game very well. And, you know, again, I'm expecting issues. There's always issues when a game first comes out. But I just trust them to have the game in a state to where you'll notice some things here and there. It's just like, oh, that's a bit of an inconvenience. But it's not going to be, like, crippling to the experience like the way Vanguard has been. So yeah, I actually really do have a lot of faith in them, but again, I can't really assuage my concern because we're not going to be getting Microsoft's input with Activision and, you know, Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer, and all of them until after the deal closes next year in June. So, and with the supposed Modern Warfare 2 coming out this year, as much faith as I actually have in Infinity Ward, I can't help but just wonder if Activision is actually going to clean up their act and actually just, you know, do what they need to do to keep the games, you know, playable. Keep it to where people want to play. And I know they're just the publisher, but when it comes to like the behavior with Raven Software and Sledgehammer, I think a lot of it starts at the top with Activision. So, yeah, I really can't help but just be concerned. Be concerned for the future until this deal with Microsoft closes. It just seems... I don't know, I feel like a lot of things could go wrong until it's all said and done. I'm hoping nothing does, because, you know, regardless of, you know, and you guys can call me a fool for this, but, like, regardless of, like, the state of it, if Infinity Ward's next game is indeed a new Modern Warfare game, I will get it simply just because of the brand. I love the Modern Warfare games, regardless if it's broken or, you know, unplayable. I will spend the money. I can't help myself when it comes to the Modern Warfare games. So I really hope that my faith and trust in Infinity Ward is well placed right now, because I mean, no one's happy when they spend, you know, $70+ on a game and then it turns out to just not even be worth playing. You know, and I sympathize with everyone that spent money on Vanguard. this past year, only to get a game that is just, I mean, it has to be the most broken Call of Duty game in the history of the series. And, you know, with the blatant disregard from Sledgehammer and Raven, it's just, you know, it's just unacceptable. And, you know, you get what you pay for, but this time around it really wasn't the case. What you basically, like, for all you that bought Vanguard, you basically bought something that was worth less than what you paid for, essentially. So, I mean, yeah, I'm really glad that I skipped Call of Duty for 2020 or 2021, sorry. So yeah, guys, that's basically all that I have for you today. Again, like I said earlier in the beginning of this video, I have decided to have my channel focus solely on Call of Duty because I have been a diehard fan pretty much my entire life. I'm going to be doing a lot of Modern Warfare 2 videos here soon because, again, that's pretty much all that I'm playing. And with being able to play it, you know, I just want to be able to have some fun with it, make some videos with it. I think I'm actually going to be doing a top tier weapon list from the Modern Warfare games. I've already done a top 5 weapon list for Modern Warfare 2 2022 of guns that I think need to make a comeback. That was before my channel rebranding, so yeah, feel free to check those videos out. Most of them were just me trying to figure out my identity here on YouTube, but yeah, I have just, you know, after doing some thinking and changing, you know, the name for my channel, I have just decided that with YouTube, the thing I'm most passionate about is Call of Duty, and it just seems logical that that's what my channel should be about. So that's what it's going to be about. I will definitely be doing a lot of coverage regarding Modern Warfare 2 news here in the future. I do not do this full time. This is just something that I am just basically starting out. You know, now that I believe that I have found my identity here on YouTube, I'm going to start working at it more, dropping videos more often, and then maybe in the future, maybe I'll do this full time in the future, but as of right now, it's just something that I basically do during my free time. But I do have a goal in mind, and that is to just, you know, make something of this YouTube channel, have some fun with it, do some great videos. You know, I'm still on a learning path here, getting, you know, just more acclimated with just how YouTube is, the algorithms, trying to get better about being on mic, being on camera if I decide to go that route. You know, just a learning experience right now, but with being able to finally discover my identity here on YouTube, I think it'll make it much easier for me to do videos going forward. It'll make it easier for me to learn and get used to it, get better at this, so I can give you guys better high quality videos. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I have for you today. Be sure to check me out on social media. I'll have my links down in the description. I also stream on Twitch every week, Thursday through Sunday. Love for you guys to come and check me out, support me on there. And until next time, guys, this is Spectre6 Gaming. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy. One last thing.